Welcome to Android Weekly on Butterscotch.com, the show that drops a bucket into the well of Android to pull up all the news that matters to you, or at least to me. I'm Andrew Moore Crispin. On this week's show, Sony launches its first Android tablets and they're looking good. HP makes another TouchPad run, and Windows Phone gets pulled into the location data debacle. Also, Kate Abraham brings us her review of the Little Photo Android app. But first, we pay the bills. Hover.com is the easiest way to buy domain names and do more with them. They make it easy to transfer your domains in from another registrar, and in the unlikely case you're not 100% sold, they make it just as easy to transfer out. How refreshing. Get 10% off domain registration and other Hover services like personal email by visiting hover.com/Android. On with the show. Sony's been slow to enter the Android tablet market. The Tablet S and Tablet P devices run Honeycomb and really are a breath of fresh air. We're Android devotees, just in case the title of this show wasn't evidence enough. However, we're also realists. Android tablets up to this point have been slabs of metal and all too often flimsy plastic that show no attention to design, use, or ergonomics. Sony's entry into the market looks to change that. We were at the preview event in Toronto and walked away with Sony's spiffy new tablet. After signing an extensive loan agreement, of course. We have a full review of the Tablet S on Gadget TV on Butterscotch.com, so be sure to check that out. Sony is releasing two tablets, the Tablet P and the Tablet S. P stands for Pocket and S stands for certainly not fitting in your pocket or something like that. The Tablet P is a foldable clamshell device similar to the Kyocera Echo we saw at CTIA in episode 5 of Android Weekly. What we do know, it's running an NVIDIA Tegra 2 dual-core processor. It will integrate into the living room thanks to DLNA, and it's got two 5.5-inch touch screens that seem to work pretty seamlessly together. Stay tuned, we'll get one in hand as soon as one's available. If you're like 99% of the population, you responded to HP's TouchPad with a resounding meh. The formerly $500 tablet running HP's own WebOS was just another tablet trying to take on the incumbent iPad. Its demise came as no big surprise. What was surprising was the crazy inventory blowout that followed. At $500 for the 16GB version, the public said pass. At $100 for the same 16GB blowout version, the public stampeded. Now, with the TouchDroid and Cyanogen mod projects in full swing, it seems a touchpad running Android may not be too far off. We saw video recently of Cyanogen mod running, albeit slowly, on the touchpad. A final build that's ready for the rest of us to try out is a ways off, but it's heartening to see. If you missed out on the touchpad fire sale the first time around, fear not. It seems that HP will be doing one more run of touchpad devices, between 500,000 and 1 million to hit shelves before Halloween. HP says to meet demand. Analysts say to meet agreements already in place with component suppliers. Whatever the case, we'll be lining up early. We missed out on the last blowout. This time we will have satisfaction. No one shall stand in our way. When Google and Apple were accused of snagging and storing user location data unannounced, Microsoft took the high road. We'd never do that, they said. That's dirty pool, they said. Guess what? They did, with the little caveat word that keeps us from getting sued, allegedly. Apple and Google have already gotten wrapped on the knuckles for similar schemes. At that time, Microsoft stated it, quote, does not collect information to determine the approximate location of a device unless a user has expressly allowed an application to collect location information. Information Week reports a suit has been filed against Microsoft. The suit claims that the Windows Phone Samsung Omnia 7, quote, begins sending location information while the location sharing dialog is open, before the user has a chance to allow or disallow the sharing of this location information. If Microsoft had any comment, which they don't, I imagine it would be something along the lines of, oh right, that thing, oops. For our review of the day, we check in with Kate Abraham for her review of the Little Photo app.
Hi, I'm Kate Abraham from Butterscotch.com. I'm a big fan of beautiful photography, and I often find myself envious of other people's gorgeous work. Well, now I have found an app in the Android market that will make even the most dullest of photographs sparkle. Little Photo is a great free app that allows you to add film and various effects to your photos. To get started, press on the image of a camera and then take a photo by pressing on the screen. Bear in mind that you can adjust your flash and timer settings from within this screen. Then start having some fun by applying different effects to your original photo. Just tap the screen and select from either Effect 1 or Effect 2. Effect 1 is a database of film effects, while Effect 2 categorizes other photographic styles. Start clicking through to find something you like, and then click Apply to add the effect to the photo. Some of the categories will give you sub-options to choose from. And the best thing is that you can stack multiple effects on top of one another. It's easy to move back and forth through the options by clicking on the dots at the top of the lists. Once you have created your work of art, click on Save Photo from the main menu, and your photo will automatically be saved onto your phone.
Well, that's all the news that's fit to Google for this week. For full show notes, links, app and gadget reviews and how-tos, visit Butterscotch.com. Until next week, I'm Andrew Moore Crispin.